right? Chair, large and in charge. I am back now. I will be super inefficient by comparison to chair, but I am here. Gain by being present when farms are built. Local province. 10 shiv though, I'll take it. Anything that increases my chivalry, I'll take. Obviously, even if it's just some random ass thing that's like, hey, you get some bonus money when you happen to be sitting around. Oh, okay. Agriculturist. Nice. Build more farms. Demolish the tailors because industry is terrible. They do need to adjust industry, so it's actually like you have a reason for it. So as of right now, industry is just like, I know farms output can be affected by this up here, the peasant economy or whatever. But like ultimately, farms are still worth more. So industry is better than what you So industry is very close to being on par with farms. I think it's like 60 gold difference or something like that. If you research everything, we did the math the other day. If you research everything, it still ends up being like 60 gold less than farms do. I believe that was with the support structure as well. It's really close. It's very, very close. But there's no reason to build tailors over farms, really. You could have worked out to 990 on both. Yeah. The issue is you need all of that technology. You literally need all of this. Like, all of these. Anything that says percent increase to industry, you need to have it. Which there's a lot of technologies here, obviously. And even then, at best, if we did our math wrong the other day, you're only tying with farms. You just need to build the bonus building or whatever. With industry, you can have 2 extra stacks of peasants without economy drawbacks, Kappa. Right, exactly. Usually by the time it matters, it doesn't matter, right? It's a problem. The time it would matter, I guess. It's like usually just cranking knights by the end game anyway, so who gives a crap? I like the industry support building more as well, though. Don't need a growth from mills. How fast Britannia grows, but 50% extra move. Crossing our territory is big. Get around fast. I mean, it can be useful in some places, I guess. The support building can be okay. In some specific instances.
The lady calls me.
Defender of the weak.
What do we got going on up here?
My faith in you wanes.
How many territories do these guys own at this point?
What tribute could you possibly...
They own 5, so 3 here, 4, 5. All right, so that's all they have. That is it. Is this stuff up here, and this stuff down here. Okay, cool.
This is your end.
Now Cetra is healing really fast. Okay.
My deeds are legend.
Take back the Black Tar Army. God damn it. God damn it. Oh yeah, I was gonna do this. There we go. Yeah, if you're purely looking for money though, farms are more efficient. Because you don't need like a bunch of extra shit. And there are technologies that also increase farms too. Just not as much. Although this is still one of my favorite technologies in the entire game. Merely because of the flavor text. That's so excellent. I love it. Because So yeah, there's a bunch of like 2% and stuff like that for farms as well. The upshot, like I said, the Beastman burned this place to the ground, so he has to start at level 1. So at least the Beastman burned it and then he took it. So we don't really have to fight a huge upgrade city.
Guardian of Bretonia.
Guardian. Alright, what do we got for vows here? Okay, so we need to killing lords of battle. We're already at 1 for that. Tomb Kings are good for killing enemy lords, that's for sure. They tend to shit out metric crap tons of lords. And let's rank up.
De Lyon!
No!
I think this guy just needs to succeed in actions, right? That's his thing. Yeah, okay. So he just needs to do agent actions. She needs to heal. we honestly just need to sit here and heal.
My
really is the big thing.
reputation precedes me.
Can I assist?
Can I assist? If we're gonna... Oh, I see. Hang on.
Lord of Bretonia.
Yeah, that's... Global recruitment's already getting used up there. Let's see... 4-2. We're at negative like 1 billion growth right now, right? Yeah, pox outbreak. +2 leadership. Oh boy. I mean, eventually this stuff gets okay. I mean, +10 leadership actually is not bad. Also, Lord Recruit rank +5 is pretty nice. And all Lords start with Questing Vow is pretty cool, too. Yeah, this is one... I like this as well. All Lords start with Knight's Vow. All Lords start with... Or, let's see. Yeah, Knight's Vow, and then you get Questing Vow. From, like, the maxed out Chivalry or whatever. So I think that's kind of cool, too. That you're actually increasing your Chivalry gives you that bonus, considering it's kind of a hassle otherwise. I feel like it's not a hassle in a bad way, it's just you have to do something to get it, which I'm okay with.
Paladin of Bretonia.
This guy almost
Mighty warrior.
to his vow. Yeah, he needs one more. One more agent action, and he's good to go.
Yes?
Yes?
Do not greet me as a friend.
Okay, fine. Buddy. Alright. The agent actually, he's just abandoned Lord's army. Yeah, you can do that. Don't get as much EXP though, doing that. Alright. Not exactly sure why embedding counts as successful agent action. It feels weird. Only way good would succeed in agent action. I mean, you're probably right. That's actually a pretty spooky army. That's a lot of goofy ass shit she's walking around with. Lyonesse. I need to do more Vampire Coast as well. That is something I need to do. I've only completed No. I've actually completed only 1 Vampire Coast campaign so far, I believe. Because I did Luther Harkin, and then I did like part of Noctilus, but didn't finish it. I think I did part of Lyonesse as well and didn't finish it. Because it was like a co-op game or something like that. It wasn't actually like a single player campaign. So I have a lot of freaking Vampire Coast to do yet. Vampire Coast is fun to play though, so I'm not too tore up about that one. Okay with that. Oh no, the money. The money! It's so you can spend 50 grand so fast. Ooh, these guys are under siege by something? Wonder what they're dying to.
Bury your head in the sands, but know that the desert is mine.
Okay, sure. Is it? The desert. Haven't touched Celeste or Deerfin. Shame. So I played a campaign where Bebop was playing Silastra, so in that way I've sort of played Silastra, but not in any real sense. Just fought battles with her essentially. She's got some really good stuff.
Pure of heart.
Go, go, go.
Enemy. My deeds are legend.
Hell yeah. Success. That's what I'm talking about. Hard to hit.
Shall we?
Still healing up.
Blessings of the lady be
Up.
upon you.
Jeez Louise. Oof. What's that?
Yes.
What do you want, Belagar? Oh, jeez, he's...
Welcome, friends of the Dowie. No reason for it.
Welcome, friends. No reason for it.
Nope.
Fine, be that way. So, Celestia campaign is next. Maybe. I mean, I haven't played Vampire Coast in a while, so it wouldn't be the end of the world. I think it'd be pretty good bash. Oh, I need to remember to add the Eshin campaign win to the freaking list under the stream. I keep forgetting to do that. I have to remember what day I won on. It's like last week. Wednesday, I think.
Faith is my armor.
Alright. We can find those guys together.
Guardian.
And we can pick up... Let's pick a couple more. Them bad boys. Alright, so we're getting 6,000 for taxes, 2,000 for trade. Not bad, not bad.
Is it time?
Yeah, so we just need to finish healing, which should
My
have...
strength
Yeah,
and
probably 2
wisdom
more
are
turns.
yours.
Replenished 1 turn, replenished 3 turns, 2 turns, 3 turns. Yeah, about 2 or 3 turns, whatever. And that is currently 3 from corruption. Instability is going to go away next turn. Got 2 turns on the tavern as well. Yeah, alright, if we sit for about 2 turns, we should be good to go. Roll down here and smack some fools around. Are you war with anybody else but me? Still? Yet? No? Yes? No? Oh no, they're at war with all kinds of shit. Alright. Cool. Cool, maybe somebody else will come over and murder them. Boop!
I bid you welcome and invite you to say your piece.
No. I'm probably gonna end up killing you, friend. So, about that defensive alliance. Yeah, nah. Nah, bruh. Nah. Yeah, probably gonna end up capturing most of this desert at this rate, so. Sirens and Morngulls. Hell yeah. And the Ghost Paladin, man. Paladin man. No, speak of Paladin man. Cast in La Belle. He's wounded. Where are you going? Are they at war with each other? Are there regular dwarves at war with
Bretonia is patient when
Alright, you're good.
listening
You're
and
good.
fair
Fight
in
me,
jest.
right? Alright, that's fine. That's honestly fine. They're pretty weak, and I need to kill them anyway, so we'll just go over there and do that real quick, and then we'll come back and finish the camera off.
I have time, but I ask that you be swift in your intent.
What up, Johnny? Nah. Great Deserts of Araby. Okay, so we're gonna have a rebellion of Balladir, probably. Well, at least out of all the places to hang on to, I've hung on to the freaking gold mine so far.
Noble son
Alright, let's
of
send the
Bretonia,
paladin this way to help deal with the rebellion.
going forth. My deeds are legend.
So we're definitely gonna handle that. Are you guys at war with them?
Hail,
They are at war
Bretonians.
with the regular
What can the
dwarves.
Dowie do for you?
Yikes. Incline Moors. Alright.
To war!
So this is something that I feel like needs to change. I think this is really stupid. Because the dwarves and the Skaven both attack the greenskins, the Skaven end up getting military alliances with the dwarves. And that is just dumb. It annoyed me when I was playing Lyonesse, and it annoys me now because I think it's just stupid. Basically, the greenskins get gangbanged, and then the freaking Skaven and the dwarves are like, yeah, and like high-five each other afterwards. Like, what the fuck? Ridiculous. That shit's dumb as hell. How are you at war with world walkers? What the hell? Okay. Weird. So this guy up here died.
Do not betray your king.
The issue with going up here, obviously, is that this is uninhabitable climate because this is all Badlands nonsense. Hey, Particles. Hey, Bedman. Thought you weren't going to show up. At the same time, it's impossible for Bretonian and Beastmen to be friends. Go please one way or the other. Yeah, right. Be nice. Decide whether you're going to let everybody be friends with each other, or if people specifically are going to be, like, cut off from being friends with each other. Thought you haven't been asphyxiated by smoke. Yeah, that would be
Lord,
severely
Ready.
unfortunate.
Paladin of Bretonia.
Okay, did we move everybody, basically? Those guys are still healing, so they gotta sit there yet. Then we're probably gonna wander. We're gonna take ourselves a wander on over towards Numis and go nuke that, because it's only got a 9-man garrison. What's his face? Cetra's in here somewhere, I think. This guy was smoking, you could smell it. Yikes. Thing I wish for is the ability to buy cities from friends. The only way to obtain those cities is betrayal. Yeah, like I've been saying for a long time, this is not new to anybody that's been on the channel for a while. I feel like you should be able, if you own the capital settlement, like if I own Camry, provided it's not going to delete the faction. Like, obviously if I bought Xandri, the faction would go away, right? So don't let that happen. Don't let the computer sell you a city that would legitimately remove the faction from the game. But if I own Camry and this is owned by Xandri, or the freaking, what are these guys? The Knights of Regio or whatever, and they own some other shit. I think being allowed to purchase the smaller settlements if you own the major settlement makes a lot of sense. Because that way you'd be able to complete your settlements out. I do feel like if you just owned like a minor settlement or something like that, I don't feel like you should just be able to buy up like all the territory from your friends. Like that feels silly to me. Like, just being able to be like, oh, yeah, I would like that whole territory. Because the computer is very bad at, like, understanding how to interact with those kind of deals. You would have to make it so the computer, like, always denied them or always or not, well, I guess not always accepted them, but, like, it had some really, really stringent values on it, so you would always have to give the computer a crap load of money to make it happen if you didn't put some other restrictions on it. Because the computer doesn't do well at, like, understanding value of specific territories and stuff like that, or specific units and that kind of thing as well on the battlefield. It does a bad job of understanding those sort of things. So I feel like if you own the capital of a province, you should be able to buy the smaller provinces, provided it does not destroy a smaller faction that is owning those provinces. So I believe that buying provinces from your friends is a good thing, but I think there should be restrictions on it so you can't just exploit the computer and just buy, like, fucking everything from it, which is what you were able to do in older Total Wars. And that made for a really shitty experience because you just got a bunch of money together and went, haha, I win the game. I just bought everything. Okay. It was weird.
Honor before glory.
Worst part, all it takes is just to add a price tag over the chains. Honestly. Row 1, buying every settlement from but one from an AI and then killing them next turn. Right, exactly. Things like that need to stop the player from exploiting the AI's inability to, like, completely understand, like, how the map works and stuff like that. Because the computer needs to be able to make... Either the computer needs to be able to make value judgments about each individual settlement and how it plays into the larger map, which is a complicated thing to do, or you need to put some kind of, like, restriction on it, obviously. There's mods that can do it already, but I feel like... Like, there's mods where you just trade settlements and stuff like that. So if you want to go, like, the full freaking settlement trading route, then you can do that already. You just need to drop some mods in to do it, obviously. A fixed price for a settlement worth. The thing is that a settlement is not always worth the same thing, right? Like, settlements should be valued differently depending on how the game has progressed. So, just, like, setting a fixed price to a settlement is also disingenuous to its strategic importance in any particular campaign. It is one way you could do it, I suppose, is just set prices. But then people are going to learn the prices because people do that in video games. And they'll just be like, okay, so that's worth that much, that's worth that much, that's worth that much. And then they'll exploit the computer off the basis of that, obviously, right? Yeah, she's just wandering down the beach, apparently. She likes long walks on the beach. Also, people will probably just break into the files and learn the exact pricing numbers or whatever for the settlements and stuff like that. So you need to restrict it in some other way than just, like, a flat number. I think that's all I can do this turn. Yeah, that makes it very, very annoying, though, obviously. And just kind of obtuse. Because then that is just like a random ass number attached to shit. Still. Our trade agreement got dissolved. Did they? Oh, they probably got freaking fucked up by the dwarves. Yeah, they did. Okay. That would explain it. I don't know. I mean, there's a few ways you could do it for sure. And I know in Three Kingdoms they have... In Three Kingdoms they have region trading, but I think you have to be like adjacent or something like that, if I remember correctly. Like, you have to be adjacent to the province. You just can't just ask for anything. Which is sort of the... Oh, what do we got here?
Do you take me for
Oh, okay. Well, that will be fine.
Ready to serve.
I mean, it is mounted
I
yeoman,
am
so I
a
should probably be a
lord
little
of
bit concerned, but
Britonia.
still, I think we'll
Never.
probably be alright here. Walls go. Alright.
Repanse de Lyon!
Let's go see what's going on over here, shall we?
Paladin of Britonia.
Oh, hey.
I forbid this.
That's a shitty army. I mean, the computer is always going to be exploited in some way. You just have to try to limit it as much as possible, right? It's an AI, and it's going to always follow a set of rules, right? Because it's not true AI. It's not like a learning AI that adjusts itself actively. So it's always going to have a set of rules, and once you learn the set of rules, then you're going to be able to exploit the set of rules. That's why I prefer like a hard line, like if you own the capital settlement, then you can buy smaller settlements provided you do not destroy a smaller faction doing it. Something like that, you know, that's very like cut and dry, and it's harder to exploit because you still have to like actually capture the capital settlement. You can't just like be like, oh, I'm next to you, spend money. Oh, I have X amount of money by X percentage money. You know, that's a very just kind of like interaction. You actually have to like do something beyond just throwing money at the computer to actually get your to get like the entire settlement. And also, I don't really feel like you're entitled to the entire settlement unless you own the capital, because why the fuck would somebody give up the capital of a settlement to you randomly? It's just a few tweaks you could do, but Total War honestly is to fully avoid the diplomacy system. I don't think they need to fully avoid the diplomacy system. It's like diplomacy, they can do diplomacy. It's just, it's complicated to do diplomacy in a game that's designed to make you fight, right? It's just more difficult, and also is less prioritized. I don't think it brought nothing but trouble for the games. It's not like their diplomacy is like complete. It's not like it's complete garbage all the time.
Armored in faith.
Because I would rather be able to like make some. I have some control over whether the dwarves attack me or not. You know. At least I have some control over that. Of course not. No, it's not a full diplomacy system. Most games do not have a fully realized diplomacy system, to be completely honest, unless it's like unless that's the entire point of the game. Oh yeah, I mean that's essentially what it is, right? It's sort of like a friend meter. But yeah, the issue is it's very hard to get an AI or not a true AI, obviously a computer program with a bunch of rules to be able to make value judgments about specific things in a environment that is ever changing.
True Knight of Britonia.
And a lot of times it's difficult to get a human being to do that, much less a computer. All right. Humans have all kinds of like random weird obtuse shit. Like, you play a game with another human being, and another human being could be like, I'm denying you to this diplomacy because I don't like you. You'd be like, why? It doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. It benefits both of us that you do this diplomacy. Be like, I don't like you, and I want you to lose. So, diplomacy denied. Here's, like, what the fuck? So, yeah, human players also have a weird, sometimes, and depending on experience of the player, like human players are going to have different value judgments on things as well. 12-player maps, every player is a faction. That would be horrible among online players unless they're friends. Yeah. So I would like the option to play this game with a lot more people than 2. But you would have to be friends with them. Like, there's no way you would be able to play this game with more people than 2 unless you were, like, good friends. And even with 2 people, you usually have to be friends in some capacity to actually, like, get anywhere in a campaign. Hey, leave Baggar alone! Jeez Louise. Bastards. Please. Holy hell, man.
My servant fails me.
He ran across... There's no bridges here, right? So he ran across the river, there's no bridges.
No, I will
Cetra's
not.
army is rightly screwed right now. It works fine for Civ. I don't understand their argument other than the price would spike for servers. Civ, it doesn't take as long. You can do simultaneous turns and stuff like that in Civilization that you cannot really do in Total War. I mean, you could do simultaneous turns, but then you could run into issues with players fighting each other and stuff like that in like protracted battles and crap. It's a lot more complicated than Civ is, because Civ's combat is literally you click, and then 2 units go, and then it's over, right? I don't know if it works fine in Heroes of Might or Magic. The battles don't go for usually 20+ minutes in Heroes, normally. I mean, I guess they could, but you still make people wait an excessively long amount of time, fairly often.
Lord.
I think it would be so bad if you could, like, after you finish your turn, like, if my turn was literally just click, and then I hit turn, and then I gotta wait on people for literally, like, 40 minutes or something like that, it wouldn't be so bad if I could, like, drop in or drop out of maybe the fights that they're doing or something like that, along those lines. Of course, that might give me information that would give me an advantage if we're playing, like, head-to-head or something along those lines. But, I mean, I guess that already exists in head-to-head because you can, like, take over the computer-controlled shit. So if you had something to look at, it wouldn't be quite as bad. But if you just, like, let it go, and you're like, my turn was 2 minutes, their turn is 40 minutes. Yeah. There's less shit going on in Heroes of Might and Magic as well. Like, you usually have, like, 1 or 2 armies as opposed to, like, freaking, like, 6 or something. So if 2 heroes see each other from fog and one of the players instigates a fight, the others try to flee and one chasing gets more movement speed. What? What does that have to do with anything?
Faith is my armor.
Do I keep going this way or do I deal with this guy?
This is forbidden.
Numis is way the hell over there. I should probably swing around to deal with this shit, shouldn't I? God damn it.
Do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am?
Do not defy me.
Blessings of the lady be upon you.
Let's see, what is this? I don't know why you're talking about people fleeing all of a sudden. Not really sure what this is related to as far as the conversation we were having. Seems like I think you might have misunderstood what I was saying or something like that. I'm not exactly positive, like, what we're talking about now. outside
My
of...
faith in you
Like, I understand what we're talking about, but I don't know why we're talking about it. Like, how does that work as far as turn times and stuff like that is concerned? God damn it.
Guardian of
I
Bretonia.
suppose I could just send her this way, and I could have these two turn around.
Pious.
Right, yeah, but again, I don't really know what it has to do with
Taking
anything.
my leave.
What that has to do with a turn taking 40 minutes.
For now, yes.
And
Going
your turn
forth.
taking like 2 minutes.
If the lady wills it.
Ever faithful.
Yeah, I understand that.
On to glory.
But it doesn't change the fact whether if your turn's 2 minutes and your opponent's turn is... Hello, okay, that's a decent amount of shit.
I forbid this. My servant fails
He's
me.
got a bone giant.
What
And one of your other
moves?
guys has a tricking 40-minute turn, and you have to sit around and wait for his 40-minute turn and just twiddle your thumbs, obviously. Here's a Might of Magic, the turns usually go by fairly quickly. In general, outside of the fights, obviously. Ah.
This is your end.
I shall go. We are unseen.
I mean, I guess Total War games outside of the fights, the turns go by pretty fast too, but the turns as far in Heroes of Might of
True
Magic, at least in
Britannia.
my experience, have always been
And the
faster.
dagger. Never.
It doesn't really work though, right? Because if you, let's say you set the turn time to 10 minutes, right? But then you get in a fight at like 9 minutes or something along those lines. Then you only have 1 minute to complete a fight? Doesn't make any fucking sense. You have to rush all your fights at the very beginning of the fucking turn in hopes that you can finish it in time and not be able to do anything else.
You dishonor me.
Fights are different? Okay. Well, that means, I mean, other players just still have to wait around for the fights. It doesn't change anything. Okay. It still doesn't change the difference between somebody that has a 5-minute turn and somebody that has a 40-minute turn due to fighting. Ugh. These fights easily go 20 minutes in this game, even if they're short. 15 to 20 minutes for a fight, even if it's like an easy fight. Where the hell is that person going? Okay, so they're going south. Yeah. So in head-to-head when you only have 2 players, the other person plays the AI, I think is a pretty cool system, right? I think it would just become really complicated if you had like 12 players. Like, who would get priority on being the AI? When would they be allowed to jump in? Stuff like that. Parmesan chicken? Shit sounds good, man. In like a 1v1, the system is cool. It works. Seems like it works pretty well. Stop raiding my land, you fuck.
Bad idea.
Yeah, for sure.
noble son of Bretonia.
You'd also have to, again, it'd be interesting to figure out, like, how you would assign that as well. Like, how would you assign who fights who at any given point, right? Or would it just be like, anytime somebody gets in a fight, like, all 12 players like, and me, you know, and just click, like, dive on the button. Alright, we should be able to nuke this guy at this point.
I forbid this. Who'll tussle you up?
Okay, so at least Bagar has a full garrison.
Malfunction!
So we got that going for us. Right, yeah. Yeah, I like that system. It's just difficult to figure out how, like, what would allow people to take advantage of it, obviously. Because that gives something for people. That gives people something to do, right? Like if they're not, if their turn is short and the other guy's turn is long, if you can fight for play as the AI or something like that, then that gives you something to do. Like you need to come up with things for the other players to do. Basically, is the big thing. Because otherwise, you're just twiddling your thumbs, and that's fine if you're playing with people that you know, like if you know they're gonna be okay with it, but if you're trying to like make a system for a bunch of people to play, that may not know each other, then
wisdom are yours.
it becomes a lot more complicated. 25 sautéed chicken wings, holy shit, man!
This is forbidden.
Nice. Wow, they have so much shit for like one settlement. How much?
Prostrate
They literally have one settlement, right? Yeah, they do. Jeez Louise. So much crap. I mean, I guess they don't have any like actual real garrison, which is probably why they have enough to have all this extra shit because they have no garrison. Just give the other player a Skaven nuke if the turn takes too long. Well, that's one way to solve it.
Very well, if you insist.
Ah, you got a chest day?
Yes,
Alright.
I will indulge you.
There you go. Get that chicken. Hey, Cetra, what up? It'll make things interesting. I mean, it certainly would make things interesting. I mean, you're not wrong there. I don't know if it's the best way to solve it, but things would be interesting.
Peasant bowman!
Peasant bowman.
Infantry!
Oh, my lord.
We serve the king!
Alright.
Knights errant!
And you go here. Oh, yeah, I haven't really looked at these guys. They're pretty cool. They're all like unified and shit, where most Knights Errant are not. Like they're not all the same. Mostly Knights Errant are not all the same color. They just have a bunch of different like house colors and stuff like that. To fight as fast as possible without getting nuked. That would definitely take away a lot of like tactical ways of fighting for sure, but I mean.
By the lady!
It is an option.
Battle calls!
Let's see.
Faith is my armor.
No wait, no, I'll put you guys.
Kill
Put you guys
for
on
the
one.
lady!
Go over here.
Knights errant! Bound by honor!
Put all you guys into lovely
Knights of the air!
stance here for the charging. Knights of the Realm over here as well. Just looking slightly more badass than the Knights Errant. I think the Knights Errant have a lot like more open helmets and stuff like that.
What do you bid?
Yeah, these guys are Knights Errant over here. No, they still have a decent amount of, like, closed helmets and stuff. Okay.
The Grail vow is mine!
Just gonna take you guys around this flank. See if we can't spook Mr. Setcher here.
Men of Bretonia! Yes,
You guys
my
up
lord!
here. Health races, I actually hate Bretonia. That's
Fight
a fairly
for
common
the
thing.
lady!
Is people either enjoy Bretonia or they hate it. Like, I like Bretonia quite a lot, but there are a lot of people that are like, fuck Bretonia, I fucking hate it. It's not for everybody. It's kind of like Tomb Kings. Tomb Kings are the same way. So here for dwarves or greenskins. I think greenskins are pretty universally hated.
They battle without
At
honor.
least.
I am with you!
Obviously, if you're playing hours and hours of Warhammer 1, it's understandable why one would hate the dwarves. Never played greenskins, to be honest. It's not really worth it right now, honestly. I think you'd be wasting your time. It's not really a fun experience. Basically, the only reason you play greenskins is to suffer. What faction do I prefer the most? My favorite faction is vampires.
Show chivalry, men! Glory awaits!
Alright, let's go.
Lord of Bretonia!
But there's a lot of factions that are that I like that are fairly close. You know, it's not like I only like vampires or something like that.
Show us the blow! Whose haste?
And there are a lot of factions too that I like some of them, some of the faction, but I don't like all of the faction.
Armored in faith!
Battle pilgrims! Locking formation!
Let's go, boys.
Peasant bowmen!
Child of light!
Let's do this over here. Oops.
Feel through
Some fools here.
power!
Knights
Pull
of
you
the
guys back so we can charge
With
again.
haste! Glory awaits! Knights of the Hand! For my
Push you guys
lady!
in here. Heal on top of this mess.
I call thee forth!
What do you be?
Let's recharge on this. Bring another charge in here. We'll charge on the Screaming Skull Catapult on this side.
For the lady!
Get 'em, boys.
Run 'em through!
Alright, we'll just let that fight up over there. I think that's probably fine.
In the light of the lady!
It's Arcane Conduit.
Valiant lord! Knights errants! Your command!
Let's try to pull our knights out here so we can charge again.
Immediately! At once!
These flanks.
Die, fiends!
Setcher's gonna be a little bit of an annoyance.
Kill
But
'em all!
honestly, we're probably just
Boy!
gonna murder everybody else around him
Take
and
the
then
ground!
it's not gonna be that great of a deal. Let's charge on these guys.
Smite them!
Archer chariot, shall we?
Knights of the
We gotta pull some of these guys back here so we can
The
charge again.
lady wills it.
This cat should die, but we just need to get a little charge bonus going on.
Ready for battle!
You like mobility in fights? Yeah, Bretonia offers a lot of mobility for sure.
Battle pilgrims!
For sure.
Honor awaits!
Let's see here.
At once!
Let's run up. Let's run my leader up into Cetra.
Priestess of the lady!
Let's drop a heal on top of this mess. You guys. Oh, you killed
My
the cat.
lady
All right, cool.
Brought me your
Guess
sight.
we're just gonna charge in here then.
Britannia!
Wait for everything to freaking fall in on itself, which it already is. So we should be alright. Yeah, Jeebus.
As you say!
This annoyance. Yeah, the entire enemy army is defeated, but his summon pops up, so... Oh, did they change it? Oh, nice. Lizardmen and the Skaven. I mean, the Skaven are, or the Lizardmen are kind of like vampires. They're kind of similar to vampires in the way that they play. Outside of a couple smaller things. Dark Elves, Chaos, Empire, Skaven are probably my top 4 in no particular order. The Skaven are my favorite New World faction. For sure. I really like the Skaven for the New World factions. Why is it that I hear Bretonian Cav? All I think of them saying, my mother was a hamster and my father smelled of elderberries. It's probably the French accent. Like, coming out what's an interesting topic. I mean, that's the same with most chats in general, you know? Like, most people just chill. And then if something interesting occurs that they want to talk about, they talk about it, right? Isles, Beastman, Ica Claw, I like how you specify Ica Claw, not like Skaven. Tomb Kings is mine. I like the Tomb Kings a lot too. Let's see.
Glory awaits.
Charge bonus and enemy control and blessing of lady. Nice. Ooh, a brass cleaver. Dope.
Blessings of the lady be.
Dope. Honestly, I've liked most every faction I've tried. Yeah, I don't know if there's any faction that I've truly dislike. Even the greenskins, which are just in a bad place, I don't necessarily, like, hate them. I would like to play them. They're just in such a kind of, like, a weird spot that I just never end up enjoying playing them, really. Outside of maybe Scarsnake, because he's just so freaking strange. What does this guy have for a weapon?
Do you know who I am? My strength and wisdom.
Oh, he's got
are
that.
yours.
Yeah, okay.
My reputation precedes me.
Let's give her that. And then we'll give
Noble, protector of the
him
realm.
that. There we go. Perceptions of greenskins dwarves, as stated before. I tend to like every faction for different reasons. I have my favorites, obviously, but like for sure.
Do you know who I am?
But again, the greenskins are just a faction I wish I could play more because like they're cool. They just lack a lot of utility that every other faction has for whatever reason. Second Skaven Ica is super fun. I think it's kind of what Ica is there for, right? Like, that's one of the reasons Ica exists, is so if you're not, like, terribly good at Skaven, you can still have fun playing the faction. Which I think is fine. I think it's a good idea to have a faction like that, right? So you're not, so other people have access to that faction that may not be specifically really, really good at playing something like the Skaven. I like the Skaven in general as an idea, the best technology available, but at the same time the most inconsiderate race overall and wins fights through sheer numbers of the Vermintide. Yeah. Any race with a nuke is interesting. Won't deny that. Alright. I don't really care about that right now. A couple more points of regrowth, I guess.
My strength and wisdom are yours.
I mean, Rattling Gunners are cool as shit. I'm amazed that they didn't add Rattling Gunners in the first round of Skaven. Because they're so fucking cool. It's like, why? Why no Rattling Gunners, yo? They're so cool. Everybody would be, like, freaking jizzing their pants. I'm out of water again. Anyway, I'm passing out my chair, so I'm going to engage Lurk mode, head to sleep. Have a good night, you crazy dinguses. Alright, you have a good one too, Faven.
My reputation precedes me.
Alright,
Lyonesse!
what the hell do I do with her?
My deeds are legend.
And
The Black Art, ready to serve.
Honestly, the Sniper was weird. They never added that as the first unit. It's more recognized units on tabletop. I mean, yeah, the Jesiles. Honestly, both the Jesiles and the Rattling Gunners, the fact that they didn't exist in the initial release felt weird. For sure. Like, they're both very recognized units. Like, people know those units. So you'd be like, hey, a Jesile, hey, a Rattling Gunner. People would be like, oh, yeah, Skaven. You know, if they know anything about Total War at all, obviously. Well, not Total War, Warhammer. Alright, what the hell do I do?
Blessings of the lady be upon you.
defenses here. Defenses are pretty good here. And he's got a pretty trash army, so I think we'll be alright. This is pretty trash as well. And the Spring of Eternal Life is pretty good defenses. That's too much money. Oh yeah, the Vermintide definitely made people more aware of those things as well. For sure. Has this guy moved?
Paladin of
He's
Britonia.
not. Assault!
Death to the enemy.
God damn it.
I will not blight my soul.
He's like all archers and mounted yeomen. Interesting choice on his part, to be honest. Okay.
My servant fails me. My servant fails me.
I think his servant fails him, but I'm not positive.
I require
Alright, we're gonna
your
run back over
all.
here and
Be watchful.
get some water.
Be ready.
Protector of the realm. Striking out. I will indulge you. My strength and wisdom are yours.
Alright, so I think we need some people to go deal with this shit. Like, we need to take back this region. So if I send...
Yes?
maybe this guy...
Can I assist?
Can we send her by herself? To where the... hang on a second. We can if we send what's-his-face with her. Henry.
I shall fight to the death. I pledge you my service.
I think this will probably handle itself, to be honest. We just got... there's just an army down here we gotta deal with.
The foe.
You're gonna head out too? Alright. Have a good one. Girlfriend calls. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so we're basically gonna... we're gonna push some of these guys this way. We'll push some of these guys down here and try to recapture this shit. Khemri... what kind of garrison are we looking at here? I will click every button but the garrison button. It's not great, but it's okay, I guess. If I have a paladin over here to help out, we might be okay against any incoming. I'm just concerned about the Khemrian army that's over here. This Khemrian army is pretty shite too. So maybe we will be okay. From farms, census. We don't really need this, I don't think. I think we're pretty good standing with the rest of the... yeah, we're pretty good there. We don't need the extra diplomacy with them at the moment. Anyways. Green Tide, I think, are mostly dead, so I don't gotta worry about them. Trying to be friends with the... what else at the moment? Don't gotta worry about them. Vampires, don't really gotta worry about them. I want this eventually, but... not now. Care about that. I mean, we could get the Safer Woods Decree, I suppose, but then every single beastman herd that spawns will instantly fucking attack us. Sewer cleaning. High seas. Alright. I think we'll go over here and do some of these technologies for a while. Maybe we'll get the census and then do charity. Get that extra control and shit. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Do I have another paladin over here? Or is it just...
Hero of Britonia.
God damn it, Henry. Get on your damn hippogriff. Every time anything happens to him, he jumps off his hippogriff and jumps back on his horse. Must be a bumpy ride on the hippogriff or something like that. It's like, no, I don't want to ride the hippogriff. Please, don't make me.
Knightly valor.
Oh, I was super happy. I finished my very hard Norsca game. It only took 300 turns, 2 restarts, and 1 week of my life. That sounds like Norsca. Give it another, like, 2 months, and you'll be like, I'm going to play Norsca again. Because I remember them being sort of enjoyable in fights. Like, I remember having good times fighting with their units, and then you'll go back and play it and be like, oh yeah, that's right, this entire campaign is fucking garbage, isn't it? Yeah, Norsca is fun. The units are fun. Most of the other shit around that is not fun. Alright, I'm gonna run the turn and go use the tree, and I need to get more water, and I need to piss. So, the Big Bird Legendary Lord is nice. Truth. Honestly, all of their options, outside of maybe Nurgles, are pretty good. Nurgles is a little bit questionable. But, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna pee and drink and all that good shit. That's right. I'm gonna pee and drink. Alright, guys. I'll be back.
I bid you welcome and invite you to say your piece.